See, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports
My next guest is coming off his first UFC victory, getting it done over Landon Quinones, UFC Vegas 85. Back on February 3rd, it is MarQuel Mederos back here on the program. MarQuel, how are you, man?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I did not get my first UFC win on the weekend, though. That was great. Really good performance there. I got to know going in, because you and I didn't have a chance to speak, were there any jitters? It didn't look like it in the fight, but take me through sort of your first experience in the octagon, getting a fight in the UFC.
Man, I've been explaining this to everybody because everybody's been asking me like, man, what was the nerves like and stuff? And I was like, there was no nerves. I was actually like, I felt like I was overly ready, but I felt overzealous. Like I felt like I wanted to knock him out so bad that when I came out early, like I was whiffing on a lot of shots because I was trying to kill him instead of fighting how I normally do, if that makes sense.
Yep. No, I get it for sure. So obviously it goes to the scorecards. How confident were you when it went there? Because it was a close fight. It was good.
Honestly, I didn't know, because I mean, you never know with the judges. I was like, I felt like I did enough in rounds 2 and 3. I feel like I landed a lot of clean shots. I had more cage control. I feel like I did enough, but like I said, it was a close fight, so it could have gone either way for sure.
Were you happy with your performance? Again, you got the win. I mean, I would think that you're feeling good, but you're always your biggest critic. Just your overall thoughts on the performance.
Yeah, I was pissed about the performance. Just like I said, I was man, I can't say it was I mean, yeah, most of that was on me. My opponent was obviously good. Landon is tough as hell. He has good striking. He has good balance on his takedown defense and everything. He's a good opponent. He obviously was a step up, but I do feel like a lot of that was because myself, I was so overzealous. I really, like, you don't understand how bad I want to knock him out, that I put myself in some bad positions defensively. I was making mistakes with footwork, but overall, I mean, we got the win, but it's better to learn on a win than learn on a loss, right?
Yeah, no, completely agree. Anything about him surprise you that maybe you weren't expecting?
No, not really. He was kind of what I expected. I mean, his takedown defense was better than what I thought going into the fight. I knew he had good takedown defense, but I didn't know if his cage grappling was up to par. But besides that, no, not really.
How did you celebrate after the win? It's your first UFC victory. I know you wanted to fight sooner than this, and you go out there and you get it done. Just your thoughts on that?
I mean, honestly, I didn't even go too crazy. I was what do we do? I mean, we grabbed some food. Yeah, had a couple of drinks. Actually, I did go out with Cody. I did go out with my boy Cody for a minute. But yeah, it was a good night. It was a really good night.
It's good. I know obviously we're still, not that far removed from the win. When do you want to get back in there? When do you want to have that next fight?
Man, so going into this fight, I got cleared, but I did have a fracture in my hand. And I was talking to the doctor like, hey, just let me fight this time, and then we'll get it figured out after. So now I got to get that figured out. So I got to take some time to rest. And I don't know if you knew, but that was like my 5th or 6th fight in the past 12 months. So this past 12 months has been hectic.
Any opponents in mind, or you just leave that up to your coaches and your management?
Man, I'm more worried about improving myself. So, I mean, whoever they give me, if they can give me an arena, I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
I just want to be in an arena for sure.
What do you got planned for the rest of the week? I know sometimes during camp you neglect things, or you can't. There's certain stuff you can't do just because you're so busy. But what do you got planned for the rest of the week?
I don't know. I might go hoop a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Get some food for sure. My ass is big as hell right now. I think 2 days after the fight, I was already like 180. So maybe I should chill out on the food. But I'm still gonna eat, and then chill out with the family. I just had a newborn. My son, so
congrats!
Still out with the family. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
How's fatherhood?
Fatherhood is good. I mean, this is my second, so I'm used to the ropes. But when they're newborns, you don't do anything but look at them, and all they do is eat. They don't even know you're there half the time. So
that's true. I have. So you have 2 kids then?
Yeah, you have any kids?
I have 2 kids. Yeah, so I can relate. They're 4 years apart, but it adds another layer for sure when you got 2 kids, right?
Yeah. How old are your kids?
6 and 2.5.
6 and 2.5. Oh yeah, that's a big gap. Dang, why so big of a gap?
Because we wanted to go traveling and stuff and like, kind of enjoy life a little bit. But yeah, it was one of and plus we moved across the country. So that was part of it as well, getting settled and everything else.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a good age gap, but yeah, well, that's good. So, is it hard too with like training and trying to be a dad and all that stuff? Like, how do you balance everything like that?
Nah, I let my girl take care of all of that. I pay the bills, she takes care of the house. So,
Okay.
yeah, she definitely does her job when it comes to that. And then, when I come home and I play with the kids and stuff, cook. I'm like hood Gordon Ramsay, and then I cook. And then besides that, yeah, I mean everything's taken care of at home for sure.
No, you do your roles. I think that's important. You got to establish that early on, like knowing what your responsibilities are and you're not. Like even for me now, I do a lot of the driving and taking the kids everywhere, whereas my wife does more like the cooking and all that stuff too. So it kind of balances out, right?
Right, 100%. You got to have that balance.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. No, for sure. You mentioned you were going to go play hoops as well. Do you follow basketball at all, or you just like playing it?
I don't. I mean, the only person I follow is like LeBron. I mean, I like the older guys like Allen Iverson and Kobe. Obviously, they don't play anymore, but
it's a different
I
league
don't
now
follow.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Basketball is good for sure, but I feel like it's just super pretty now. Games are scoring like 300 points a game. That's crazy. No defense.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not as much into it as I used to be. What about do you play golf at all? The only reason I bring this up is because I know Jacoby's a big golfer at your gym.
Yeah, Dustin is. Mark is for sure. Mark thinks he's like Tiger Woods or something. And then, yeah, no, I've played a couple times, but not enough to where I can keep up with those guys. Those guys love golf.
No.
But if they hop on the basketball court, now actually, I will say Dustin Jacoby is if you hand that man anything with a ball or a stick, yeah, he's probably gonna be good at it.
Okay, there you go. I know. I saw Brandon Royval was like skating the other day, and apparently he'd never skated before. I thought that was crazy living in Colorado.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I was surprised too. I don't ice skate. That's not my thing. I stay on land. But yeah, that was the first time I ever seen that man on a pair of skates too. I was surprised.
There you go. MarQuel, thanks so much for doing this. Appreciate it. Again, congratulations on the victory. We're looking forward to the next one. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
I want to shout out QMP Coast, this hat company right here. Also Live Oak Vodka for sponsoring me my last fight. And then check out this clothing brand called Almost Someday. It's dope. It's legit.